What advice do you give to aspiring poets and writers today? What words of advice do you have for them?
Basically, what I did not make it very complicated, left it very simple. It would be easily understood. And
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman,
And if you were just
Logan
to
Crawford.
investigators, they now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're diving into the soul-stirring world of Hindi poetry. It is written by an amazing poet who has penned a captivating collection that explores life's deepest themes, from love and betrayal to karma and salvation. Crafted in beautifully simple Hindi, these poems entertain, enlighten, and offered comfort in a chaotic world. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Bhagwan, thank you so much for joining me here today.
my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
This is an amazing book, beautifully crafted, beautifully written. What inspired you to begin writing poetry in Hindi?
Basically, Hindi is my what you call second language. I'm born Punjabi, but when I was put in school, the English medium my parents chose was Hindi. So basically, most of my life in India was dealing with Hindi literature. Then I moved to Canada. Here, 35 years of my life was spent teaching after graduating from University of Toronto. While teaching, I met many people and situations. Basically, some excited me and some frustrated me. To put myself at ease, I just took care of myself by writing a poem or two in Hindi.
Wonderful, wonderful. Tell us how your spiritual journey influenced your writing.
Basically, I'm a Hindu-born person, too much indulged in Eastern values. Karma plays a great deal in my life. Every decision that's taken or any action taken, I consider what will be the result of this action before taking it. Eastern values still prevail. Smoking, drinking still off the table. Basically, not to harm anything or anybody. Even take care of the insects and don't kill them. Live and let live, basically all. That was the motto, I guess, I try to portray.
Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about themes like karma and moksha and how they shape your poetic message.
Basically, karma, if you do good, you'll find good. If you do bad, you're going to end up finding bad. There is no forgiveness. Basically, you have to rely on your own actions, be responsible for it, be ready to be punished for it if you're doing wrong. That's how you basically live your life and not harm anybody in any way. Basically, have trust in God, do the right thing, and be in peace with yourself. That's what I try to portray.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful message of harmony, no doubt. What is your message to readers who are struggling in their lives with sadness or betrayal?
Basically, they will get to know by reading that they are not alone. It happens. There are many people who go through this. It's part of life. Basically, learn to accept it and be at peace with yourself. Don't do anything crazy. Just distract yourself. Find some hidden talent in yourself. Distract, be at peace, and let it go if it's bothering you that much.
Absolutely. That is great advice. How do Indian festivals and traditions influence your work?
Basically, they have what you call lot of joy, lot of traditions, a lot of things. you enjoy them, you in any way or form you can, and I even try to supplement them with my poetry.
Absolutely. Talk to us about the role that love plays, or the absence of love that it plays in your collection of poetry.
Basically, you come here alone, you are going to go alone, so you should not be dependent, not be expecting too much. Whatever given, according to Eastern philosophy, if it's meant to be, it is going to happen. If it's in your life, you will get it. If it's not, you won't get it. All those things just prevail over my head, so I can't get rid of them. So basically, that's what I try to portray, that no matter what happens, be at peace with yourself.
Absolutely. It's a very powerful message and an important message, particularly in this chaotic day and age. How does superstition get addressed in your poetry?
Basically, what happens when we are down, we try to find answers. We end up going to people who profess to be experts in this field. And in many cases, we end up getting advice which is serving their motives rather than yours. And we are led to basically give up much of what we should not give in return. We seek more, we get less, and basically we serve their motives rather than get any help which we need in many cases. And again,
What
that I try
audience
to
did you have
portray.
in mind? I'm sorry.
Basically, it will be all those who Hindi speakers who end up going to these cults and other people. So again, they enjoy. I respect most of them, but basically, when it comes to when I got close to them, listen to people's stories, how they got frustrated with dealing with these kind of people. It wasn't a happy thing, and they lost more than what they could have gotten had they been at peace with themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to us about the types of emotion you hope to evoke in readers when they read your poetry.
They would be able to get a message that God sent us here for a reason, and that reason is to follow your own spiritual journey, do your own research, don't rely blindly on any professional in the field, so-called, and continue and achieve a salvation or whatever good thing. Do good to people rather than any harm. Don't ever think of doing any harm, and be a role model for all those who are around you and help the community and the world.
Very good advice. Do you believe poetry can be a form of healing or meditation?
Poetry will arouse you to explore spirituality, look for answers, let you go and do some research, let you feel what is right. You will be able to decide what is good for you, what is not good for you. If the word is simply said, it may not have that much effect, but when it's said in poetry, it has more effect. And when it comes as a music, it even has more effect. And that's what I'm trying to portray.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Which seasons or natural elements inspire you most when you're doing your writing?
Basically anything. Anytime I can't sleep, I guess I write poetry. And I don't think there's a particular place or time or season which will excite me to write. It just happens, and whenever it does, it does.
Yeah,
Sometimes
absolutely.
I'll end up writing in Punjabi and English and other language as well. But again, basically my passion comes back to Hindi. So
How do you personally define nirvana, and how is that reflected in your writing?
Nirvana, salvation, moksha, all these words are, around. Basically, meditation is preached. Now, who do you go for and how do you get it? Again, Buddha did it by himself. He found it. He did not go to somebody else to get it. all these people who came in our lives and are being worshipped all around, they found everything by themselves. They did not rely on others. Of course, it will be preached that they found somebody else who helped them. It's always good to get help, but be very cautious. Nowadays, there are too many people willing to give you help, and will you get it or not is a, something you may have to find it yourself.
Are you planning to translate the poems into other languages?
I may do it, but which basically I find that when you translate this, the same idea does not come through. It will be again one opinion, what you call expressed, rather than letting people get different interpretations and relate to their own life. But I am thinking of doing it in English. Yeah.
Wonderful. What advice do you give to aspiring poets and writers today? What words of advice do you have for them?
Basically, what I did not make it very complicated, left it very simple. It would be easily understood, and but usually people stay away from these kind of things because they think it should be very complex, very, very detailed, or very what you call complicated language. I left it very simple, and hey, get everything out of your system, come forward, express your views, no matter how simple or they could be. Their views and can rhyming basically take people from different kind of scenario to a different language, so to speak. Even though you're dealing with the same language, it's still giving people more emphatic, what you call instruction.
Well, we're glad you took your feelings, your thoughts, your visions, and your inspirations and put them down on paper, because the book we've been talking about today is a beautiful one. It is a poetic mirror that reflects life's deepest truths with grace and simplicity. Bhagwan, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me, and we'll talk again sometime. Okay.
Good talking to you as well. Look forward to our next chat. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.